I am at 1 month of quitting weed, 4 weeks now, and so far I have uploaded a video every week since I've quit. I'm really happy to be at 1 month without smoking or using cannabis of any kind. Main things that I've noticed are an improvement in my quality of sleep, as well as I'll just put it in context really quick. I was such a heavy weed smoker. I used to smoke concentrates, dabs, with a rig and a glass banger that I would heat up with the dab rig. And I was smoking so much wax that my dentist told me that I would develop mouth cancer if I continued using wax. He told me that he can see white spots here in my mouth forming on my gums, and because of those white spots he knew that I smoked wax, and that is terrifying, and that should scare you if you're smoking weed currently, or if you have been smoking weed for any period of time. Weed, even flower, can cause head and neck cancer, mouth cancer, throat cancer. I'm sure it can cause lung cancer. I haven't done much research into it causing lung cancer, but if it can cause head and neck cancer, I would not doubt if it causes lung as well. So smoking weed is fun until it's really not. Until you realize that you have to smoke weed to get enough dopamine to get yourself to take a shower, or to do the dishes, or to really do anything. Once you become a heavy weed user, a stoner, you can pretty much use any occasion as an excuse for smoking weed. I would want to smoke weed before I did anything, and then it got to the point where I even was smoking weed to enjoy eating or to enjoy being outside. Addiction sucks. And you can be addicted to anything. You can be addicted to food. You can be addicted to some sort of drug. You can be addicted to sex. There are so many ways to be addicted to things. And the more I reflect on the root cause of my addiction, the more I feel like it really came from a place of hating myself a lot. Like, I don't see myself, I don't think I would have used drugs if I loved myself, really. Because I would use drugs every time I felt bad about anything, or any time I felt any type of emotion. So I just really hope I can motivate some people to quit smoking weed. It is gross. If you get enough THC build up in your lungs, oh yeah. If a lot of people, I think, don't know this, but smoking weed can cause THC to build up in the lungs, and eventually you can develop cannabis hyperemesis syndrome. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but it's called CHS. And luckily, I never developed CHS. I was just getting cancer, right? How lucky. But CHS is brutal. I've heard it's awful throwing up. People end up in the emergency room over it. I even heard a story of somebody who was throwing up so much from CHS that it caused basically a hole. The acid caused a hole in their esophagus that they almost died from aspiration and stuff. It's just sick. Drugs are disgusting. They're gross. I don't even use caffeine or nicotine now. I never got big into nicotine, but that's a whole other story. Vaping is disgusting. Smoking weed is disgusting. Doing cocaine is disgusting. You can cause something called a palate perforation from doing cocaine, and that's when a hole develops in the top of your mouth. Can you imagine? Maybe some of you watching have experienced this, if you're in recovery. But a hole in the roof of your mouth. What do you think happens when a hole develops in the roof of your mouth? Chronic infections, because your sinuses are just exposed to food that you're eating. I have a whole video on food and about how I went carnivore that I put out a few days ago, about, a week and a half ago. And I'm just gonna keep talking about food on here, health, wellness, sobriety, fitness, all of it. Because shit is so cool. And I just want to motivate people to stop using drugs and to quit smoking weed. I was a slave to weed for 7 years, and I'm almost too pissed off about it to use it anymore. I'm pissed off that I spent 7 years high, very high, all the time, basically. So I hope everyone's having a good day. I'm excited to make my 5-week update video next week, and then eventually my 2-month update. Yeah, I haven't had much of a craving at all to smoke this past month. I mean, I think I really, really sort of hit my last straw with myself, with smoking weed. I got such a bad sinus infection that I couldn't sleep for multiple days because I couldn't breathe laying down. And anytime I even put my head forward, just like ocean, in my forehead. So yeah, outlets that have helped me are writing. Writing is a big one. Lifting, as well as the way that I eat. Once I incorporated more animal protein into my diet, my anxiety significantly diminished. And I am an anxious person. I'm diagnosed with OCD. And I mean, I feel like I have lost months of my life feeling anxiety over worrying about my mouth, like getting a cavity. Like, so that's huge that my anxiety has decreased, and I do attribute that a lot to the way I eat helping with that, because I'm literally getting more nutrients to my brain than I have in the past. So yeah, that's my month update with quitting weed. I'm so happy I'm not smoking right now. It's taken me multiple years to get to this point. It's hard for me to even believe that my craving for weed or my urge to use it is gone. I can't believe it. I've heard people talk about that in recovery before, and I just really can't believe I'm experiencing it. I hope I continue to experience it. Yeah, I think that the label addict should not be used as something to necessarily identify yourself with. You know how 12-step programs say, my name is this and I'm an alcoholic, or my name is this and I'm an addict. I don't think we need to be labeling ourselves those things. Honestly, I don't think it's conducive. And I think that the disease theory of addiction is wrong. And that's my opinion, honestly. I don't think addiction is some lifelong disease. I think that by addressing your trauma, which addiction is usually caused by, you can help cure whatever addiction you're facing. So I hope you guys have a good day. I'm filming this in the middle of the night. Maybe some of you guys are watching this in the middle of the night, feeling like shit over the way you use drugs and hoping you can become sober somehow, looking for anything, any little light in the dark fucking tunnel that using creates. Yeah, I'll just end on that very positive note. I hope you guys have a really good day. We made it to 2026. We're here and alive. What a blessing, you know? What a blessing. Have a good day.